Hi students, good morning. So in the last two videos we have started our first prose, the portrait of a lady. Now let us continue the same. So when my parents were comfortably settled, so what we have seen in the previous class, we have seen that grandma and grandson, they were living together. So grandma was such an old lady. She always used to wear pure white clothes. Okay, and she is noted for her calmness and quietness. So she'll be daily going along with her grandson to school. So on their way to the school, so as he will be learning lessons, she'll be reciting prayers in the temple which is attached to the school. Okay, so on their way to school and on their way back to school, they'll be giving some stale chapatis to the street dogs which will be waiting in the streets. Right, so this is what we have seen in the last class. Now let us continue. So when my parents were comfortably settled in the city, they sent for us. That was a turning point in our friendship. Although we shared the same room, my grandmother no longer came to school with me. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. There were no dogs in the streets, and she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of our city house. Right. So when my parents, whose parents? The author Khushwant Singh's parents. Okay, when they were comfortably, so when they had settled in the city, they sent for us. That is, they sent for us means they came to village to take grandma and grandson to the city. Okay, so as they were settling in the city for the job purpose, grandma and grandson were staying in the village itself. Okay, so when they had settled comfortably in the city, they have came back to take grandma and grandson to the city. That was a turning point in our friendship because the city life will be entirely different from the village life. So that was and also in the village only grandma and grandson used to share all the timings. They'll be sharing everything within them. But in the city, the life will be different. So that is a turning point in their relationship. Although we shared the same room, so even after going to the city, both of them were living in the same room. My grandmother no longer came to school with me, but as in the village, she is not going to school along with the author in the city. I used to go to an English school in a motor bus. So here in the village, he went to a school which is almost like a monastery. But in the city, he went to an English school and also he went in a school bus. There were no dogs in the streets. So dogs will not be there waiting in the streets. In the city, there were no street dogs. And she took to feeding sparrows in the courtyard of our city house. Courtyard means munvasal solluvom. So the empty place which is in front of our house, that is called as courtyard. So how she'll be spending her time is she'll be feeding sparrows. She'll be giving some grains, food to the sparrows in the courtyard. So this is how grandma used to spend time in the city house, that is in the city. As the years rolled by, we saw less of each other. So as the years went on, their meeting time became a little bit less because the city exposure is different from village exposure. In the village, they'll not be having lot of persons to meet, but the city life is different from village life, right? So for sometimes she continued to wake me up and get me ready for school. Okay, so as in the village, what grandma will be doing, daily she'll be waking him, she'll be bathing him, she'll be getting ready her slates, her ink pot, his ink pot, everything. So she continued the same thing for some time in the city too. When I came back, she would ask me what the teacher had taught me. Okay, so when he is coming back to home from school, she'll be asking to him what he had learnt in the class. I would tell her English words and little things of Western science and learning, the law of gravity, Archimedes' principle, the world being round, etc. Okay, so So grandma will be asking what he had learnt in the school. So he would be telling, I would tell her English words. Okay, so he'll be telling him English words and little things of Western science. Western science means that is, it is the basic system of knowledge about the certain laws related to the earth. Okay, so after the evolution of Western science only, a deep study on scientific technology and methodology had arisen. Okay, so he'll be telling about Western science and learning, the laws of gravity, about Archimedes principle, the world is round, etc. Okay, so he'll be explaining all those, but all these things were not understandable by grandma. This made her unhappy. So she was not able to understand anything out of this. Okay, so as she could not understand, this thing made her feel unhappy. She could not help me with my lessons, and also it is not possible for her to help him in learning the lessons as she could not understand all these things, right? She did not believe in the things they taught at the English school, and was distressed that there was no teaching about God and the scriptures. Okay, she did not believe in the things they taught at the English school. So she did not believe in the things they taught at the English school. So she had not much belief about the things that her grandson had learnt in the English school, because she was mostly attracted to the prayers in the temples, right? And was distressed. So distressed means having a feel of dislike or disappointment or dissatisfaction. That is distressed. Okay. And was distressed that there was no teaching about God and the scriptures. So scriptures means the writings, the sacred writings of a religion. For example, in the Christianity, we can say Bible is a holy scripture, right? So likewise, the sacred writing of a religion is called as scriptures. Okay. So she was distressed that there was no teaching about God. So she was very much disappointed that in the English school they were not teaching about God in the scriptures. One day I announced that we were being given music lessons. Okay, so one day the author Khushwant Singh is telling that we were being given music lessons. So we were taught some music lessons. They were also teaching some music lessons. She said nothing, but her silence meant disapproval. Okay, so listen here. Distressed means that is a feeling of pain or sorrow. Okay, suffering from pain or sorrow. Why? That is she is suffering from some weariness because she was disappointed that they were not teaching about God and the scriptures. Okay, so come back. She said nothing, but her silence meant disapproval. So by hearing the words that they were also teaching music lessons, she said nothing, but her silence expressed her dissatisfaction. She rarely talked to me after that. So after all these incidents, she used to talk to the author only at the rare time. So what is the reason that she used to talk only at the rare time is, one thing is, as it is an English school, there is she could not understand anything about what they are teaching. And the second thing is, so as there were no teachings related to the God or the scriptures, she was disappointed that because she had nothing to discuss with her grandson. Okay, and also the third thing is, the city life is different for her from her village life. Okay, so as there is no teachings about godly things and the scriptures in the school, she had nothing to discuss with her grandson. So that is also one of the reason that had reduced both of their relationship. Come to the next paragraph. When I went up to university, I was given a room of my own. Okay, so when he went to the university, the author. Okay, so after completing his school, he went to university. He was given a separate room to stay. The common link of friendship was snapped My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. She rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. From sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel spinning and reciting prayers. Okay. So after completing his school education, he is going for his higher studies, that is university education. So there he used to stay in a separate room in the hostel. The common link of friendship was snapped. So the common link of friendship between grandma and her grandson was broken. My grandmother accepted her seclusion with resignation. So seclusion means her isolation, being lonely. Okay, lonely, isolation. Isolation or lonely. So she accepted her seclusion with resignation. So she had nothing to say because she has to accept her loneliness as he is going for higher studies. So after that, what she'll be doing is she rarely left her spinning wheel to talk to anyone. Okay, so after that, so in the village she'll be spending time along with her grandson, and she'll be spending time with the street dogs by giving food. So after coming to the city, she used to feed the sparrows and little time with her grandson. But now as he went to his higher studies, so she'll be always spinning the spinning wheel. She will talk to others only at rare times. From sunrise to sunset, she sat by her wheel spinning and reciting prayers. So from dawn to dusk, that is from sunrise to sunset, she'll be always sitting with the spinning wheel and she'll be reciting prayers. Only in the afternoon, she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. So only during the afternoon time, she relaxed for a while to feed the sparrows. So during the noon time, she'll be relaxing some time by giving food to the sparrows. While she sat in the veranda, breaking the bread into little bits, hundreds of little birds collected round her, creating a veritable bedlam of chirruping. Okay, so while she sat in the veranda breaking the bread into little bits. Okay, so she'll be sitting in the veranda breaking the bread into little pieces. Hundreds of little birds collected around her. Okay, so many birds used to sit around her. See, we can see in this picture. Right. So hundreds of little birds collected around her, creating a veritable bedlam of chirruping. Okay, so chirruping means the sound made by the birds is called as chirruping. Okay, a veritable bedlam. Bedlam means some noise, creating some noise. Okay, if there are a lot of birds, it will be chirruping, that is making some sounds. Okay, some came and perched on her legs, others on her shoulders. Some even sat on her head. So what the birds, sparrows will be doing is, some used to sit on her legs, some on her shoulders, and also some birds used to sit on her head. Because as she is giving food to them daily, okay. So as she is daily feeding the sparrows, they almost became like a friends. Let us go for next page. She smiled but never shooed them away. Okay, so she'll be smiling by seeing all this, but she never used to shoo them away. Shoo means shooed means that is what we used to say. So when birds comes, what we will be doing? We will be making some sound, or we will be waving, we will be shaking our hands. That is waving our hands, and we will be making the birds to move, right? The birds துரத்தி விட்டுருவோம் இல்லையா, ஏதாவது சத்தம் போட்டோ ஏதாவது அந்த மாதிரி, that is shoo. But she will not be doing so. It used to be the happiest half an hour of the day for her. Okay, so the time used for feeding the sparrows used to be the happy time for her. When I decided to go abroad for further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. I would be away for 5 years, and at her age one could never tell. But my grandmother could. She was not even sentimental. She came to leave me at the railway station but did not talk or show any emotion. Her lips moved in prayer, her mind was lost in prayer. Right, listen. When I decided to go abroad for further studies. Okay, so when the author had decided to go abroad for future higher studies, further studies, I was sure my grandmother would be upset. So he was very sure that he knows definitely that grandmother will be feeling very much upset. I would be away for 5 years. So he is going to stay in the abroad for 5 years. And at her age, that is in such an old age, one could never express that feeling, but my grandmother could. But his grandmother expressed it. She was not even sentimental. Okay, that is, she did not behave anything sentimentally. Okay, so how can I be there without seeing you, without speaking to you, like that? She was not she was not expressing anything sentimentally. She came to leave me at the railway station but did not talk or show any emotion. So she is going along with the author, that is her grandson, to bid him farewell at the railway station, but she did not talk or express any emotion. Her lips moved in prayer, her mind was lost in prayer. Okay, as usual, her lips are reciting the prayer. Her fingers were busy telling the beads of her rosary. Okay, so as usual, she was reciting her prayers and in her hand she is having that rosary, and she is reciting the prayers. Silently she kissed my forehead, and when I left, I cherished the moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of the physical contact. So there was a little confusion. I don't know where I have stopped exactly. So anyhow, listen from here. Her fingers were busy telling the beads of her rosary. So her lips are reciting the prayers, and her fingers are with the beads of her rosary. Already I have told you what is meant by rosary. Silently she kissed my forehead. So she is giving a kiss in his, that is her grandson's forehead. She is giving a kiss in his forehead. And when I left, I cherished the moist imprint. Okay, and when he left, I cherished. So he is realizing the love and care for her of his grandmother. The moist imprint as perhaps the last sign of the physical contact between us. Okay, moist imprint means, what is that? So when someone is kissing, we can realize that moisture and the wetness, that என்ன சொல்லலாம், அந்த ஒரு கிஸ் பண்ணும்போது அந்த ஈரம் இருக்கும் இல்லையா, அந்த மாய்ஸ்சர், அந்த வெட்னஸ், we can feel it, right? So likewise, he is thinking, the author is thinking that might be the last sign, last symbol of the physical contact between he and his grandmother. So why the author is thinking like that is because she is already very old. Grandmother is already very old, and he wants to stay for 5 years in the abroad for his higher studies. So after his return from the abroad after 5 years, he was not sure whether his grandmother would be alive or not. So because of that, he is thinking that might be that kiss might be the last symbol of the physical contact between him and his grandmother, right? But that was not so. So nothing happened like that. So after 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. She did not look a day older. Okay, so nothing happened like that, because when he is returning, completing his higher studies after 5 years, I came back home and was met by her at the station. So again, after 5 years, his grandmother is waiting in the railway station to receive him. She did not look a day older. So 5 இயர்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி பார்த்ததில் விட ஒரு நாள் கூட வயசானவங்க மாதிரி தெரியல. She was looking exactly how he had seen her before 5 years. So nowadays we are having lot of contacts. We can make video calls and we can see daily. Okay, so we can Skype like that. We are having lot of technology, but in those days nothing were. Okay, she still had no time for words, and while she clasped me in her arms, I could hear her reciting her prayers. So even after 5 years she did not have any words for him to speak. Instead, what she is doing, she just clasped his hands. Clasped means holding the hands tightly. Okay, so I could hear her reciting her prayers. She did not speak any word, just she is holding the author's, that is her grandson's hand, and she is repeatedly reciting her prayers as usual. Okay, even on the first day of my arrival, her happiest moments were with her sparrows, whom she fed longer and with frivolous rebukes. Okay, so even on the first day after his return, he could see his grandmother feeding the sparrows. Okay, whom she fed longer. Okay, so she is feeding the sparrows for a very long time, and with frivolous rebukes. So rebukes means scoldings. Frivolous means what is that? Not having some serious purpose. Okay, so here you have to clearly understand what is meant by frivolous rebukes. So she is feeding the sparrows for a very long time, right? So the sparrow must be able to understand her language. So while feeding the sparrows, அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, she used to speak something to the sparrows. Okay, so but the birds could not understand the language of the grandmother. So just they are coming, taking the food grains given by her, and they are flying away. So because of that, she is scolding the birds that they could not understand her communication between her and the birds. That is frivolous rebukes. That is the purpose why she is scolding the sparrows, birds, right? So let us complete with this. Let us continue in the next class. Thank you for watching. Thank you.